We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Looking to pass first play is Prescott. This one completes Alec Pierce. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
He works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Prescott. And his throw here is incomplete. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ballgame?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they have.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Heineke. Now he's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It was Joey Bosa working his way in to bust that one up. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To throw is Heineke. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. Heineke to throw it. That's going to be caught by Samuel.
Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington.
Curtis Samuel, 31 yards.
And the Commanders respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they can very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 61 yards.
And the Cowboys have moved out in front.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
And they'll accept that penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
Takes it at the 7. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. A first down throw for Heineke.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Heineke.
He's got it to Williams. Hook up of 15 yards there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now Heineke. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Joey Bosa drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 36. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Off the play fake, Prescott. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
24 yards to gain there. Another first down as well.
Here's Prescott. Being chased out left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
On 1st and 10, Heineke. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score.
Alec Pierce becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 3rd down, Heineke taking a shot for Samuel. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Commanders are going to take over here up near the 40. A bad time for a roughing penalty. And they get the gift of a 1st and 10. And the play fake, and now Heineke. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Following the interception, here's Prescott.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Throwing, Prescott. Escaping the pressure right.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now Prescott. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 2nd and goal. Prescott. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Pierce. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Pollard is in. Touchdown, Dallas. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Joey Bosa able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Third and long for Heineke. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Cowboys continue to pull away here in this first half.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Got his target, Samuel. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Heineke now looking to throw on 1st down.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. Pressure gets there on Heineke, and down he goes.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter.
On 3rd down, Robinson.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the 1st. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half, so where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the 2nd half.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Joey Bosa, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Now after the sack, Heineke and the Washington offense going to face a tough 3rd and long.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. Well, you're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the 3rd quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Cowboys are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
They got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here.
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
And the Cowboys are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Gibson again, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Now Heineke. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
He's got his man. It's Pierce. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. Steps away to his left. Incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
They'll run for it with Pollard. The Cowboys here up. Now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
Heineke on 1st down. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr. Prescott off play action. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go, 46, 46. 46.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Buying time to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
That is caught by Lamb. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now a give here to Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Marr on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Heineke. Complete. It's Dodson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Working out of the gun. Here's Heineke. Oh, hit as he throws there. Incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, Prescott. He's going to let it go again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Quick slant caught by Pierce. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you would look, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory. Look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it was the right time to make that call.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Gibson here running out of the gun. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Looking to throw, Heineke. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Sly able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do go and get more, oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake because that one might be a little bit on the tense side, the way that this one is turning out.
On second down, it's Pollard. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This offense so far on third down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still...
And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And this is going to blow up in their faces. Not only do they not get the first, they're going to lose big yardage as well.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Robinson on a give right side.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Robinson with another carry.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
The extra point by Sly is up and good
as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites. They are now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin this drive here in the 4th quarter. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Off the play fake, Prescott.
He finds Pierce, it's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Throwing here, Prescott.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They can continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Left side to Lamb.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Give him 30 yards there. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Prescott yet again. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Marr now to add the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Taking it about the 1.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And the play fake, and now Heineke
sliding out of the pocket. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago.